We're going to do a timeline of how
Part
things like this usually go from start to
Jay
finish,
the Clown.
what the steps usually are. So I've got some notes here, and let's take a look at that. So how a fraud investigation like this one usually unfolds.
Notice he's looking down. He has Googled this, y'all. He doesn't know any more than what we do.
We'll break down the investigation like this and how it actually works from very first red flag to possible courtroom outcomes. So step one, the red flags and complaints. Investigations usually start when donors complain, when media stories raise suspicion, or when inconsistencies pop.
Yeah, people were contacting their banks. Their banks were putting it in as possible wire fraud.
If the story doesn't match public records, like asking for things for a funeral when there is no funeral, or saying a house burnt down when there is no fire, this leads to questions and starts the ball rolling.
Yeah, and there is evidence that Patrick early on put out his Cash App and was saying they needed a, fridge, washer and dryer. I don't know if there was anything else.
So that's step one. Step two is the evidence gathering. So after step one, they go right into evidence gathering. Before confronting anyone, investigators will pull public records, death certificates, property records, fire logs. They'll monitor social media posts, fundraising claims, and build a basic picture without alerting suspects. So they're going to look and see what claim.
Yeah, so that's probably where they were at around September 15th when they put out a press release.
Things were made and what things online kind of match up to the claims. Step three, first contact. Investigators will reach out to the people running the fundraiser. Step four. So
pretty soon they will probably be reaching out to Patrick and Eric.
Subpoenas and warrants. If it goes as far as step four, they'll go to.
And then the subpoena and warrants, they will confiscate electronic devices, which allegedly I'm seeing in some groups on Facebook that BJ is telling people that 2 of Patrick's phones were confiscated this morning, I believe. But that's allegedly. I have no clue. I have yet to see any evidence of that.
Subpoena warrants. Prosecutors will approve subpoenas for bank, PayPal, Cash Out, Venmo, receipts, wish lists, texts, emails, DMs, anything tied to the donations. So if there's probable cause, they'll go into warrants for that. So that's step 4.
Yeah. So I would say there would be warrants coming. Patrick and Eric aren't innocent. I am Team Whitaker. I am Team Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray.
Step 5 is following the money. Forensic accountants will map the paper trail. They'll go through all of it and see what matches up and what doesn't. Get donations.
Is this for state or federal? I don't know what he Googled.
Go to where they were promised. Or did they end up in personal accounts, vacations, or unrelated expenses? That's usually the make and break part of the case.
I would say that social media ended up in a personal account.
Also, we got to talk about money laundering. That's a subject here that can be discussed too, because let's say someone was asking for donations for a certain thing, but then they sent that money in a different kind of way.
This guy's from Texas. Patrick has visited Texas, apparently. So, has Patrick fled the state? Or did he go to Texas and is back in West Virginia and they confiscated his phones, allegedly? I don't know.
Not directly to what it was supposed to be. Okay. So, after step 5, they're going to go to step 6. Donor and witness interviews. Investigators contact donors. What did you believe you were paying for? Their testimony proves people relied on false claims. If multiple people were involved, investigators may pressure one to flip and cooperate on the other.
Anybody in chat, donors, have y'all been contacted yet?
Step 7, charging decision. Prosecutors review all the evidence, possible charges, theft by deception, charitable fraud, wire fraud, conspiracy, or tax evasion. That'll go in front of a grand jury.
I would say more than likely, since the West Virginia State Police put out a press release, which is available on Facebook and through the local media in West Virginia, I would say they will be bringing charges.
If it gets to that point, issue indictments. Step 8 will be negotiation and plea deals. In most cases, they don't go to trial. Defense lawyers and prosecutors will negotiate deals, reduce charges, things like that. And then step
How far is this dude into it? Patrick is apparently using him as a mouthpiece.
9 will be trial success. If it goes that far, we're going through steps of an average investigation from 1 to 9. And kind of give you the layout of how all that goes.
Yeah, but is that state or federal?
Now, you would think in an investigation like this, there's so much stuff together. There's so many people on the internet that say they've done this. I've seen people in comments say they've donated $10,000, $15,000. Just people that make things up to make this situation more complicated. Because
How do you know people's making it up? They could have gave $15,000, $10,000 if they thought they were helping someone that needed it.
I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen people do that with my own eyes. So I know that's part of the case. It's like people have got on here and flipped this thing upside down and made it much, much more complicated than what it is. Anyway.
How do you know that? Do you have evidence? I'll wait.
So that is that's basically the timeline of how usual investigations go. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out, though. Because it could get to step 2, step 3, and investigators see that they don't have anything to go on, and it could kill the whole case. Also, it could turn sideways. I've seen things in here that
Turn sideways? Really, dude?
make me think that, we may get some surprises in this. So, I don't know.
Yeah, like, if there are content creators that may be involved also, that may be charged, dude, I'd back off.
So, from the first complaint to sentencing, that's the roadmap of a fraud investigation. It's not quick, it's not simple, but every step leaves a trail, and it takes time. So, anyway, we'll see what's going on. What is your take in the comments, and where do you think this is going to end up going?
Don't comment to him because he gets paid. He's a content creator, people. Patrick is having him to do this